Hello, Paper Magic World! Today we are playing my second round with IZZET Phoenix, a Pioneer tournament. This version has no ledger shredders. I'm actually playing just 3 Fajali Archaeologists and an IZZET Charm. The rest of the deck is the same as you can find in any deck list on the net, and my sideboard is adjusted to my own local store meta. We are playing versus AZORIUS control. As you can see, the video is sped up because it's a very slow paced game. So I'm on the play. On my second turn I play my first Fajali, but it fails. It mills 3 lands. Oh, too bad. Well, at least I got out +1/+1 counter, which starts hitting him for 1, but he deduces, creates a clue token and draws a card, but I'm sure that Fajali won't win me the game, so I'm considering play a second Fajali. I've just hit him for 1, and I play my second one, which actually gets a spell. I get a sleight of hand, which I immediately play. I pass my turn and he deduces for the second time, so he has 2 clues. Now he just plays a land and passes the turn. I opt at the end of his turn, and I'm considering maybe playing Dark Lake Phoenix. No, I'll just play my third Fajali and I'll get Spell Pierce, but no 5th land drop. I just hit him for 1 and pass the turn. He knows I have the Spell Pierce, so he plays the Memory Deluge in order for me to spend my Spell Pierce, but I don't use it. I'm saving it for later, and my opponent is just taking advantage of my slow threats. He has to discard because he has more than 7 cards, so I Lightning Axe my own Fajali. Why? Well, just to get more cards in my graveyard. I needed to play a Treasure Cruise, but after all the card draw and card selection my opponent had, I know it's going to be very hard to resolve a Treasure Cruise. But anyways, I go for it and I Treasure Cruise. He dove in speed to it, and okay, I just hit him for 1 and pass the turn. He draws a card with a clue, plays a land, and passes the turn. On my main phase, I free the Vey, but he dove his veto it. Okay, no more cards in my graveyard. I just hit him for 1 and pass the turn. He plays another Memory Leech, and now I use my Spell Pierce. So he uses that opportunity to play his Teferi Hero of Dominaria, and I just Fear Impulse my creature to get more cards in my graveyard. Now I free the Fae, it resolves. I Treasure Cruise and he no more lies me, and I just scoop it up because with the Teferi and no pressure on the board, I'm just wasting time. So my sideboard plan against control is very aggressive. I actually boarded in 11 cards, 3 Mystical Disputes, a Negate, a Disdainful Stroke, 2 Crackling Drakes, both Brazen Borrowers and both Young Pyromancers. Since I need all the pressure I can get, I'm adding more threats. I know he's going to board in some Graveyard Hate. That's why I play the Brazen Borrowers. But actually, the flash ability on the Brazen Borrowers will come in handy too. Maybe the Crackling Drake will resolve after he wastes all his removal spells or counter spells. Well, let's see what happens on this game too. We are ready, shuffling up, and I'm on the play. Once again, sorry for the bumpy camera. My opponent just keeps tapping on the table, but it will eventually stop. After all, he's just going to play lands and pass the turn. I play a land, pass, he plays a land, I consider at the end of his turn, shock myself, pass the turn. He plays his second land. I will consider, it resolves, draw the top, untap, play my third land and pass the turn. He plays a Deserted Beach. I free the Fae at the end of his turn, and I make sure it resolves with a Mystical Dispute. So I mill 4 cards, and I use this opportunity, since he's all tapped out, to play my Treasure Cruise, which it resolves. Draw 3 cards, play my 4th land, and pass a turn. He plays his 4th land and plays a Rest in Peace. Just exiles my Treasure Cruise. At the end of his turn, I use my Brazen Borrower to return to Rest in Peace. Maybe this turn I can use my graveyard. So I shock myself again, and I just pass the turn. That Brazen Borrower was just a tempo play. Now in response to the Rest in Peace, I free the Fae. Oh, I mail a Crackling Drake. Okay, too bad. I was hoping to get maybe a negate, but I just EFT my Brazen Borrower. There's a Rest in Peace on play. I sleight of hand, but now everything gets exiled. So my new plan is just to add threats to the board. I hit with my Brazen Borrower, and he creates a 1/1 shark. Okay, too bad. He plays a tap land and passes the turn. I consider at the end of his turn, draw the top, and tap and draw 1 more card. I hit him for 1. There comes the pranksters. He tries to block with a 3/3 shark typhoon token, but I play my lightning axe, which I was saving for maybe a later threat. I don't know if maybe he boarded it in some angels, other creatures. So I play my second prankster, and I opt at the end of his turn. Then I consider. I untap, draw, and now I have 2 power on the board. In the air, it goes down to 17, and I play my Fajali Archaeologist. Oh, I mill a Joe Pyromancer. Oh, too bad. Well, I get a sleight of hand, but I decided not to get any cards so that my creature can hit for 1. Was that a good play? I don't know. Now he uses all his clues, draws more cards, and now I have 3 power on the board, and he uses his Supreme Verdict. Maybe that +1/+1 counter made him use the Supreme Verdict? Now, he tried to normalize my Free the Fae, but I spell pierce it, and I get a Brazen Borrower. I play my Arc-like Phoenix, and I hit him for 3 in the air. First Arc-like Phoenix of the game. Okay, he plays a Wandering Emperor, and I Disdainful Stroke it. There's a Incubator machine on the board, which will create him lots of Incubator tokens. And it's a 2/4, so it would be very hard to attack on it. So I return it to his hand and hit him for 3 with my Arc-like Phoenix. it comes down again, the shark. And what will I do in response? Nothing. I'll just untap and draw. I'm checking my exiled pile. Play a young pyromancer so that I can start creating more threats. Maybe now the plan is to go wide. So at the end of his turn, I play Free the Fae, and he mystical disputes it. Okay. With 1 mana, he creates a 3 incubator token, and I'm just creating 1/1s. Well, maybe I can create more. So I have 2 elementals. I play my other fairy, and pass the turn. He already used his Supreme Verdict. He mystical disputed my fairy, created another 3 incubator. Now I create another elemental and another one, and with opt. Now I am going very wide. He tries to create his own blockers with Castle Undervale, and he transforms his Relentless Anchorage to create a map token. I just block with a Prankster. Maybe he was trying to trade with my Orlag Vidix, but I'm actually trying to pressure him. He's at 9. So I play another Orlag Phoenix, and I have 2 mana open. He creates another 1/1 and taps. He's now counting my lands. But he decides not to use Field of Ruin and just hit me with the Anchorage. I block with my Prankster. Then he uses the Field of Ruin. But I do have an island. So he uses the second one, and now I am out of basics. Okay, you just wasted, you just stone rained me. But now he's all tapped out, almost all tapped out. And I play a Lightning Axe, and I finally kill that shark. He's all open in the air. I'm counting the grand creatures, but he has enough to block, so I just hit him in the air, and he goes down to 2. Can I close this game? Will the Flyers be able to go through? He has 1 blocker. He would only need 1 more removal. Here comes the Sunfall, but I have the negate. And he has no other answer. Maybe he had no more lives, but I have 3 mana open. So he's just seeing the board and decides to scoop it up because I can kill him in the air. And now we're going to game 3. As you can see, with the video all sped up, it has been about 35-40 minutes, so we only had about 10 minutes left on the clock. Will this game be a draw? Let's see. Let's see if we can apply the same pressure. Now he's on the play. Oh, so no second land drop? He just played, he just kept a 1 lander? Oh, maybe he has a lot of mystical disputes because he just used 1. I resolved my Fajoli. He's at 2 lands, plays a Deduce. Draws a card. Oh, now he has his 3rd land. Okay. Now at the end of his turn, I free the Fae. He wastes this. He uses his Dolphin Veto. Now I consider. Since he's all tapped out, I keep looking for more fodder, and I resolve my Treasure Cruise and draw 3. Okay, so I baited his Dolphin's Veto and I succeeded. Now he plays his 4th land. I consider on the end of his turn, untap, but I have no pressure on the board and the clock is ticking. Okay, there's a possible threat with the whole Storm Giants. He draws with the deuce, plays a Survey land, discards a No More Lies, and he Dolphin's Veto my Free the Fae. Okay, it gets countered. That's end of turn. I untap. I shock myself and I just pass the turn. Now he plays his 6th land and plays the shark. Oh no. Now how am I going to be able to attack in the air with my phoenixes? But in response I play a Prismari command, create a treasure token, draw 2 and discard 2. Just in case he had a response and he won't be able to create a Geek Creator token. So I have some options, some cards in my graveyard. So I decided to play a Crackling Drake. Then I opt. And then I Treasure Cruise. He Norsets Reversal. But I had the Mystical Dispute. Excellent. So I draw 3 and I have a big threat on the board. He just plays a land and passes the turn. He's counting the instants and sorceries. So I play a Jump Pyromancer and attack. And he cycles a Shark Typhoon. Oh, how could I not see that coming? So I immediately play a Free the Fae. That's why I play the Jump Pyromancer. But I found no answer for the Shark token. I get a Mystical Dispute to my hand and it gets blocked and it dies. Now on his turn he plays a Nashok and I negate it. Create another elemental. And he passes the turn. Well, he has 3 blockers, so I won't do much with the elemental tokens. So I'll play a Prankster and I'll play another Legion Phoenix, hoping he doesn't have a board wipe, but he does. He has the Supreme Verdict. And now I stopped the speeding up of the video so that you can see how this game closes. We are close to going to turns. He has 3 tokens. He's at 20. I'm just double checking that all the incubator tokens are not transformed. So I Brazen Borrower the incubator, the largest incubator token, because my plan now is to hit him with the Hull of Storm Giants. Will this be possible? Will I be able to close the game? Because I believe the time was over and now I am on my turn 0. Hits you for 7 and he tries to exile it with March of the Otherworldly Light. Paid 3 for the ward And I spell pierce it. So I hit him for 7. Okay, just three more turns. Oh, another set. No more treasure cruises for me. And a rest in peace. Okay, he immediately plays it. Well, I wasn't planning on playing treasure cruise, but no more graveyard for the both of us. So we are at turn 2. I transform my Hall of the Storm Giants and hit him for 7. He transforms one incubator, which is only a 2/2, and blocks. And I pass a turn. Maybe I'll be able to resolve the Brazen Borrower. He uses his Narset, reveals a memory deluge. I EOT Brazen Borrower, but he no more lies it. It's now my last turn. I have to deal 13 damage or the game is going to be a draw. So let's just finish this game with style. So I pay 8 and I play a Treasure Cruise. My opponent immediately plays a Doom's Veto. But then he realizes there's another set on the board. But anyways, it was the last turn of the game and this was a draw. Unfortunately, maybe I could have been able to close the game with more turns. Who knows? Maybe I should have played faster. But well, this is a AZORIUS match, so this happens a lot. Well, this was the round 2 of the Pioneer Tournament. Let's see how the third round on the next video, what it's going to happen with that round. Let's see, it's going to be a very, very fun one. Keep watching this series and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.